So after seeing a circular animation in Adobe XD Masterclass, I wanted to recreate something that I did before. So it was an idea of simulating a color mixer and reflecting the changes with RGB values to the color real time and to the color hex code. So yeah, I'm gonna try to explain how I created this layout and prototype, taking advantage of circular animations. So when you slide the red, green and blue values, notice also the color in the center is changing real time to reflect the changes. I'm going to explain the logic of creating circular animations. So I copied the first artboard before, and first I'm going to try to explain. I am going to create a circle and make its border dashed. As you see, even if I make this border dashed, it's going to be a regular dashed border, which makes sense. But if we increase the gap to something like 1000 or something, you're gonna start to see only one dash. So let's increase the size of the dash, and you're going to see the we are just able to do a circular animation like that, and when you round the corners it's gonna look even better. And yeah, the logic is simply that. Let's start creating this. So I'm gonna copy the first artboard and do the changes I marked before, the amount of movement of the slider to something that makes sense. So I'm gonna use my guides for that. And since I moved the red one here, I'm also going to change the size of the red dash to something like, yeah, something like this. Makes sense in terms of ratios. So one other thing that we need to consider is just lowering down the center color coming from the first artboard and simulate the color change here. So yeah, it's going to be the exact color, and update the color code also to keep the things real time. So I am going to copy that color dot in the center and paste it into the first artboard, but I'm going to lower down its opacity to 0 to keep things auto animated. So yeah, let's continue, and we're gonna move on with the green one. I'm gonna go ahead and change the green slider's position to that, and increase the size of the green dash. So let's select the green one. Yeah, and also lower down this guy's opacity to 0 and increase this one, and also change the color code to 80 green. Let's select the circle, color circle in the middle, and change the green value to 80. and copy it to the previous artboard and lower down its opacity to 0. Yeah, the last one is going to be the blue one. So let's move our slider to our last guide and increase the blue circle's value to yeah, something like that. And yeah, and our final step is going to be lowering down the previous color's opacity to 0 and copying it and changing the blue value there to reflect the color change real time. Also update the color code. So yeah, the rest is just creating the prototype like so, but the first thing is going to be the red slider. So the trigger is going to be drag. Action type is going to be auto animate, and the rest is going to stay the same. So the second one, the third one is going to be green slider, and the rest is going to stay the same. So our last color change is going to be with the blue slider, and the rest is going to be auto animate. As the same as the previous one. So yeah, when we change the sliders, we can see the changes are reflecting up there in a nice way. So yeah, that's basically it.